And now, our feature presentation.
Did you see that at the end?
The little
Josh?
Yeah.
with the little Quidditch. Wait,
it's my boy. It's my boy Sam. Boy Sam.
What's up, man?
Samo.
So hey, we're on. Pierce, by the way, it's titled episode 11, and we are currently in episode 12.
Yeah.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Kids.
Just wanted to let you know. Well, everybody, welcome to episode 12. Please, don't let there be confusion with Pierce's.
You've traveled into the future.
He's tired. We gave him a week off, and he's still too tired.
He's like, I think I had a little too many themas. I think I.
So thanks everybody for coming in. Jess, hey, what's up? George, how you doing, bud? So thanks everyone for tuning in. I know it's late. We started today's episode a little bit late because Pierce.
Very, very late.
Pierce had
Pierce's
to work.
bitch. Yeah.
So if you've never been part of the show before, what we do is drink and talk like we do at a bar. We're so far away. I'm in Washington. Pierce down there is in Arizona. David over there is in Santa Ana, California. And Sam, where are you coming from?
Garden Grove.
Garden Grove, California.
Oh.
Hey, that's where I said George was from.
Yeah. If you hear gunshots on my end, that's just outside. I have my window open, and there are gunshots going on.
Yeah.
Santa Ana. It's
so as we were talking earlier, David seriously heard gunshots.
There was.
Jacob, what's up, Jacob?
Jacob, hello.
So tonight on the Speakeasy, gentlemen, we're going to talk about the beer of the week that Sam chose. I wasn't able to find it out here. David, did you grab it?
I'm too broke to grab it.
Okay. All right. That's what he said, right? No, like hooker, prostitute. Never mind.
Why would I get a he prostitute?
No, because you're too broke as the guy to grab the girl.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, never mind. Anyway, so we got a lot of topics this week because we didn't talk last week. So I had a shit ton of stuff. I had to cut a bunch of stuff for next week. Kev, what's up, buddy boy? It looks like Kev's ready to watch this episode since we started late this time.
Nice.
Reboots, remakes, and sequels. I got a lot to talk about that. Dumb things and stupid people. I actually just. Something happened yesterday. There was someone in line behind me because we went to this Lantern Fest thing, and someone said something really stupid, and I just want to know if you guys say it too.
It didn't brighten up your life?
No, not at all. So on Facebook, I told you guys we were going to be asking a question in light of Mother's Day. Is there anything that your parents made you believe that you realized later was completely ridiculous? So we'll talk about that a little bit later.
That I could be anything I want to be?
Also, celebrity birthdays. So we're going to talk about some celebrity birthdays. Sam's here going to talk to us about sports. Actually, our first guest that talks about sports, right? I brought up hockey like a couple times.
But we never had a guest.
Jenna was drinking out of her baseball cup or whatever the fuck it was.
She's like, I'm so, like my hair.
You guys got to have some sort of sports representation.
Yeah, we definitely do. So it's good to have you here.
Yeah, we're very proud and very happy to have you here. And so now it's going to be like, and now Sam with sports. It's so perfectly. And then Pierce, you're going to cue in like a little visual of Sam with sports.
There you go.
And I'll see what I could do.
We're also going to talk about what's new on Netflix and Hulu. Have a couple revisits. Remember that one time, and then we're going to wrap up with Facebook memories. So we have tons of stuff to talk about today.
Lots of it.
But let's get started. Sam, tell us a little bit about yourself. Sam, you're David's choice, right? I mean, I've met you in person before, but we've only hung out a few times. But was it David or George who actually got you onto the show?
I think it may have been George. Yeah, a little bit of both. I think George I saw George on the show, like when he, I think he guest starred on the show, and that was pretty cool. David and George were both kind of blasting everybody with the show, trying to advertise it out. So I watched a couple episodes, and I was like, man, it's pretty cool, Yeah. I want to get on here sometime, check it out, see what it's like. So, I guess a little bit of both.
Nice. So a lot of you guys at home already know Sam a little bit.
Just a little bit of both.
He is Latagid or Latagid. How do you pronounce it again? Latagid.
Yeah, right? Latagid. Yeah.
So I've always said it wrong. And we finally figured out what it was. It was just digital backwards. And Mr. Brains down here didn't put that together. But yeah, so he's been contributing to the show basically, you know, since we started, I remember you being there in comments since we started. So, you know, that's just out there. So if you guys ever want to be on the show, we
gotta have
our guests.
We
even pick our guests through the comments. So
hey, there you go.
If you want to be on the show, just comment. We'll figure you out.
So let me start by saying Happy Mother's Day. So Happy Mother's Day to everybody watching. Mom, I know. Well, you said
Mama,
you're gonna watch, so
I love
Mom,
you.
Hopefully you're watching. Love you. Happy Mother's
Hey, what's
Day.
up, Josh?
Love you, Mama. Her name is Mom. So this one right here goes out to all the babies' mamas.
So Sam, I saw that you're already drinking. What kind of?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got that Angel City IPA.
Angel City IPA.
Yeah, it's brewed in LA. It's pretty good stuff, man. 7%.
So yeah, I went down to Total Wine and they said they
went down to Georgia.
They don't have a vendor for it, so I was unable to fucking get it this time.
Yeah.
David, do you have any beer, David?
I'm so broke. I had I'm going off of whatever else is left in the freezer.
Is that
this is Jameson?
Oh, Jamo. Okay.
This is Jameson, and this is a thing of coffee, cold brew, because you know me, just black and whiskey.
Coffee and whiskey, huh?
Yeah.
I've never had
on a Sunday night.
On a Sunday afternoon. Wait, what time is it?
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, there.
It was a joke, boys. It was a joke.
Pierce, what about you? What do you got?
I am drinking a Coronita.
Coronita.
It's pretty cute.
That's terrible. So I do. Don't get me wrong. Like I like the light Mexican beer and stuff, but Corona.
I like light Mexicans too.
It fucks my stomach up.
My dad says it's great
Yeah.
with food and stuff. So
to be fair, everything fucks my stomach up. So,
Josh is just a bitch.
My stomach's messed up right now, and I didn't drink Coronitas.
Yeah, so. I think that runs in our family.
Do I say that wrong?
You just said it weird. You're like
Coronitas. Coronita? Did I shake my head like that too?
No, I was too pouring my drink.
So I went there. I was gonna get Irish Death, which I've tried before, but I decided to go with one made by Iron Horse Brewing Company. So you can see Irish Death normally is a black can that has this logo. It says Irish Death under it. But I got Hand Cannon IPA. I think it's like a 6.9, 6.8 alcohol by volume. So that's what I'm going with today. Cheers, everybody. I have a new cheers this week.
Cheers, boys.
Ready?
Girls, whoever's watching, cheers.
Here's to those who wish us well, and those who don't can go to hell.
Nice.
There you
go. That's nice. Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh, that's smooth. Yeah, that's nice.
You guys got a lot of good beer up there in Seattle, huh?
Oh, dude, I'm in Spokane, so I'm not as cool as Seattle, but we're like the distance between Southern California and Vegas.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
That's
by the way, Josh, I've heard that down there you also have kilt lifters, but they're like Pike's Place kilt lifters.
Down there or up there?
Up there. I say down there. Okay, so my coworker's the one that told me this because she's from Seattle, and I always tell her, "Oh, from down there," but she's like, "What do you mean down there? It's up there." But I just say that.
I don't go down on you.
My nickname used to be kilt lifter.
Really?
All right. Anyway, let's get into it. So,
and get into the coat lifting. Here we go.
So, speaking of those going to hell, or people who went to hell anyway, John Wayne Gacy, his fucking gallery, was over there. Did you get a chance to go? I know we talked about it a little bit, David, but did you get a chance to go or look at it?
I really wanted to go, and my friend Barrett a couple weeks ago, he hit me up over Instagram. He's like, "Hey man, like, I don't got my daughter this weekend. Let's go to LA." I'm like, "What the fuck we doing in LA?" He's like, "Well, John Wayne Gacy's art gallery is going on." I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go." But I got so drunk and I just never hit him up. We didn't end up not going. But he is a big fan of John Wayne Gacy, so I'm very familiar with his.
Pierce, do you know David? Didn't you talk about you did like a death corner, or you said you were gonna do like a murderer corner or a death corner or something like that? You're gonna have a topic where you taled about serial killers.
On Halloween.
Totally flaked on.
That'll be our October episode.
So you guys know who John Wayne Gacy is, right?
He's the one that dressed up like a clown, right?
Yeah.
Bobo the clown. That was.
I thought it was Pogo.
No, Bobo.
He painted Pogo then.
Pogo.
He painted Pogo the clown. Something had to do with Pogo. I swear.
Pogo or Bobo? I remember it being Bobo.
Bobo's the bear. Mr. Burns' bear. I think that's where the confusion's coming in.
It must be Pogo then. My bad. Either way, there's a museum out here in LA called the Museum of Death. And out there, they have a lot of artifacts from different serial killers that they've collected over the years. One of the artifacts that they have is the actual shoes that John Wayne Gacy wore as the clown.
As Pogo the Clown. That's crazy.
Whoa.
So I do know that a lot of his victims' families, they purchased a lot of his artwork and they burned it.
Wow.
So these are like surviving paintings and stuff.
See, honestly, like I get it where they're coming from, the victims' families and all that, but I think that kind of belongs in a museum. I mean, other people are going to enjoy that, like me, because I'm just.
I guess they just didn't want him to get accolades or recognition for anything. I guess if someone.
It is kind of weird.
Like, if somebody killed a member of my family, I would kill everybody in their family.
Exactly. That's the thing to do. That's how you and I are, Josh. Yeah.
That's how blood feuds start.
So hold on.
Oh, the Romeos
just
and
to
the
clarify,
Capulets?
David,
the Capulets and the Montagues. Sorry.
You're confused why people are burning paintings of a killer, but you would kill their entire family. And there's no problem with that.
Their entire family, not the killer. That's the difference. I want them to suffer.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
A big fucking difference.
Of course. Hey, Mom. All right, Mom's on now.
Hi, Mama.
If they're
Mother's Day.
They're buying those paintings, where does that money go? Does it go to the killer's family?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I mean, he's long dead now, so. Yeah, she is watching. She's at work, so she's not going to be able to comment this whole time.
Well, hi, wifey.
Pop
Happy Mother's Day.
And listen to us. So, speaking of dead people, anyway, there was a 13-year-old kid in Alabama who was in a dune buggy accident and got put into a coma, right? The dune buggy fell on top of him or whatever.
And this kid, in a coma and he's not dead?
He was in a coma. He was like ready. His parents already signed the executive order to pull the plug and all that shit.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to pull the plug, and this kid miraculously snaps out of the coma and just hops up on the bed, and he's perfectly fucking fine, already talking and everything. So
probably didn't want to die.
It just happened. It just happened. I think like 7 or 8 days ago. But I think it's crazy because, in light of like Mother's Day and stuff that's right now, his mom signed an executive order to fucking pull the plug on his ass 7 days before.
Wait,
Mother's
was
Day.
she able to just cross out her name? Like
she's like, oh, I didn't do that.
Hey, how do you think about this? I feel hot. Can I unbutton? Is it going to be all right if I unbutton? Like,
yeah, go ahead. Unbutton all the way down. Open it on up.
I'll scoot up and unbutton the other one. Oh, here we go.
Hey, this is YouTube.
Why is it so white?
There's only so much we can show here.
It's just so hot. I'm hot.
You're going to get us blocked. So,
you know what's going to happen either way.
So when I read that, it made me think about people being buried alive. You know how like I just Google random shit. And there's actually this thing called a dead ringer coffin or a safety coffin. They have several names for it.
What is
a dead ringer coffin, essentially, they bury someone and they have like a little rope with a pulley system tied to them.
With a bell.
So if they are buried alive accidentally, they would ring the bell or whatever to let them know.
That goes back to like.
Oh, like
in the 1800s.
It was like cholera.
Like 1600s, I think.
It was back when like cholera was a big thing and people were getting buried alive very often.
Wow.
So like, they had a string, like Josh said, attached to above ground, which had a bell. So whoever was alive inside the coffin would just pull the string and ring the bell, and then people would hear it. That's why we have grave diggers. No, not grave diggers. Groundskeepers at graveyards.
Yeah.
To come and dig up. Yeah. To kind of
like the graveyard shift.
Yeah.
You're not dead.
That reminds me of Cask of Amontillado, right?
I still never read that.
Oh, the Edgar Allan Poe. Well, anyway, it's firsthand accounts and stuff of people being buried alive. So it's pretty cool.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Buried? Something like that?
No.
Oh, man. It was, or I forget what it was. But basically, the entire movie was spent inside of a casket. It was absolutely horrible.
Shit, this would be the perfect topic. I should have fucking.
That's with Ryan Reynolds.
I have this.
Yeah. That was it.
Wow. I have this video on my phone already, and this would be perfect because I'm pretty claustrophobic. I have a lot of dreams of going like spelunking
of being
and shit.
Gay.
And no, that's you, Dave. You have dreams of me being gay. I have
dreams about you at all.
So I have a lot of dreams of going like spelunking and shit. You know, like cave diving. And where you go too far and you can't turn around and fall out. You have to back out.
Yeah.
and it really creeps me out. And I was watching this YouTube video.
We have that same
this
fear.
This guy who was like sideways, and he could barely get in like this, and he's slowly like working his way into this cave, and it's so terrifying to me.
Are those
was
people
that the one where it's just a hole in the ground?
It's just no. I've seen that one too, though, where they try to get in and they Oh my God.
Or those people that like try to go across the border and they have to like crawl through like really really long tunnels.
You mean those brown dirty Canadians?
Damn Canadians always sneaking over
filthy
here.
Canadians,
Stealing
always
our
trying
jobs.
to come over here, bringing in their drugs, those pharmaceutical drugs, trying to help people. Yeah, fuck those Canadians.
So anyway, on the
Neighbors
last
to
thing
the
I want to talk
north.
about with this real quick, there was a philosophizer.
What?
What are you? I was philosopher. I know that. But what are you, a philosophizer? I was just quoting a movie. Anyway.
Nope.
So he was buried, and they actually put like a big tube from the head of his coffin all the way out of his tomb, and people could actually peek down and see his decomposing face throughout.
You
the
mean
years.
Lennon?
No, he's just in a glass.
I don't think so.
Is it glass?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's not it.
Okay,
no,
never mind.
No,
I don't know who you're
that's not
talking
it.
about then, Josh.
That's not it.
Well,
So anyway, we still have a couple more weeks. Actually, we have the episode right before Pierce's birthday until we could talk about Avengers: Infinity War.
wait, Pierce, have you not seen Adventures of Infinity
I
War?
have.
You have? Oh, okay. Well, we're still going to give, I promised everyone 3 weeks. Actually, next week.
Idiot.
Next week, we're going to be able to do it.
Fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
next week.
Well, if you haven't
we'll be able to
seen
do
it next week, you better watch it between now and next week.
we're gonna have some
We'll be
spoilers.
talking about it.
We will probably I'm willing to recount the whole movie if you guys go step scene by scene.
I saw it the Tuesday after it opened. So about 3-4 days after it came out. I think now I'm emotionally ready for to watch it again because it's so.
Got your ticker bumping, huh?
Anyway,
so
home.
hold on, we'll save it. We'll talk about. I don't want to give away spoilers now.
Just go watch it if you haven't seen it. Go watch it.
It's good though.
So you guys who know David know this for sure. David is petrified of sharks. Am I right?
Why do we got to bring up?
Because did you watch the trailer for the Meg in the beginning?
And I'm not going to watch it now. I'm going to quit this podcast. I swear to God.
We're not putting the trailer.
Listen to me. Do not play the fucking trailer.
We are not putting the trailer up. I'm telling you, we're not putting the trailer up.
I don't have anything. Look.
This is honestly, guys. This is how petrified David is of sharks. I'm not playing a prank. I promise you, I'm not playing a prank. I was just gonna talk to you.
This is not my iPad. This is my sister's iPad. Oh, punch it.
When I was watching the movie, Ricky was up out of the seat because Josh was being a little dickhead before the movie started, and Ricky was up out of the seat, and I was there by myself. And then we watched the trailer, and it just starts, with the shark and all that stuff. And then I don't know what the title. I don't know what the title is until the very end of the trailer, and it just says The Meg. And I just sit there laughing by myself because I'm like, "Shut up, Meg! Shut up, Meg!" Yeah.
I didn't see that trailer.
You didn't see it? It was right before the movie.
I think I got there like a couple minutes before it started.
Oh.
Hey, land sharks don't exist, right?
The beard.
Hey, by the way, do you remember that that TV show that we used to watch as a kid, Josh? Like with the sharks.
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks, yeah.
It was
awesome. Yeah, I watched.
It was around the Battletoads Ninja Turtle era.
Yeah.
Is that where your phobia started?
No, my phobia started way before then.
Jaws?
David, you won't even take a shower in like a black tub or anything, right?
What?
Because
I won't
of
even
fear,
shower.
Because of
how does that make any sense?
I don't shower at all.
I don't shower
but it's
at all.
because of an irrational fear of sharks. Am I wrong?
Yes.
The black tub thing.
That, and then even in a white bathtub, I have to have one eye open at least when I'm showering. I'm like, oh, okay, I can see stuff. And
like, there's been times where I've done that with like to keep an eye out for ghosts and stuff. But
I can sleep fine with spirits.
How's the shark going to get at you?
So do you avoid the deep end of the
How
pool?
do get you from the bathtub, David?
Damn, street sharks. You ever see that shit?
I've seen it.
It's a real thing. Street sharks.
It's based on true events.
Yeah. It wasn't a cartoon. That was the future.
All right, so from something that David hates to something that David loves, Rick and Morty got signed on for 70 episodes at least.
Wow.
They got extended for at least 70 more episodes.
I did not hear this.
That is gigantic.
That's huge.
Super huge. And I still have not seen season 3, so
you should watch it.
I'll get
well,
so
now you have time to wait.
That means
it's on, if I'm not wrong, it's on if I'm not wrong, it's on Hulu. So we have the opportunity. We just finished catching up on everything we've been watching so far. So
that means the show will
download the.
Go ahead.
Adult Swim app. Is that what you're
going
to
do? Yeah.
I was good.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah.
So if they're signed for 70 episodes, that means that they're going to go on until like we die. Because they take.
You remember from?
Because they take forever.
Average of 20-something episodes per season, right? So say at least 3 seasons. Minimum.
Yeah. Hopefully it's.
Well, if you remember the first episode of the 3rd season, like, oh, I want to go 90 more years, Rick and Morty. Like 100 more episodes.
Yeah, 100 years Rick and Morty. 100 years rickandmorty.com.
Yeah, rickandmortyadventures.com.
Hey, they fucking got it, man. So I'll do that. By next episode, I will have at least watched. I think Mom said, "What's a Rick and Morty?"
Mama, Rick and Morty is a television show and a adult cartoon animated television show.
So, Mom, I steal your DirecTV information, so you definitely have it.
Mama, you hear that? Josh steals from you, Mom.
By next episode,
Happy Mother's Day.
Me and Ricky will stream it. We'll watch it, and I'll talk about it next episode. For sure.
Watch the 3rd season. It's actually good. Not as good as the 2nd season, but there are a few episodes in that season that are. One of them is my personal favorite throughout the entire series, that one is called the Rick Lantis Mix-Up.
That's a good one.
Are you going to elaborate on anything? Give me a brief description of the episode.
Well, okay. Well, I'll give it to you.
Why do you love it so much?
I love it so much because the entire episode is just Justin Roiland. Yeah, no,
I'm Josh. It's me. I'm in the fucking
Justin
show?
Roiland talking to himself the entire episode because he does the voices for both Rick and
both. Yeah,
and it's just him the entire episode.
Did you ever? I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring you too much off topic, but did you ever see that court scene where that actual guy was arguing with the judge for like?
I saw that.
And Rick and Morty did it.
Way ahead of time.
I figure you've seen it. I mean, I saw it a long ass time ago too. I was just wondering if you saw.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so he's talking to himself the whole time.
Throughout that episode, yes, Justin Roiland is talking to himself pretty much because he does the voices for both Rick and Morty. But in this particular episode, it's focusing on the Federation of Ricks, that they made themselves their own government after they didn't like what was a galactic federation. They didn't agree with their terms. So they made their own sort of galactic Rick federation, and that's why Rick always hated them. So now that whole political system has been blown apart because of Rick, the original Rick, the C-137 Rick. And so now they're trying to rebuild.
Is he the original Rick?
That's what he says. He always says that, I'm Rick Sanchez, C-137. Like,
so why would he be? Wouldn't he be like A1 or something?
Nope. Yeah, maybe he's like the super late Rick.
He could have went from dimension to dimension and killed the original Rick. Rick could have killed that Rick and then just taken his place, and just now he's calling himself the C-137 Rick.
Gotcha.
He could be a completely different Rick. That's the whole series. Like, there's always it's the idea of the infinite universes, infinite realities, or alternative realities to where there's an existence. For example, right now, Josh, this is his podcast. There's a reality where I'm the one who's in charge.
Whoa there.
I'm the big dog.
Hey, I'll give you the reins anytime you want and see how you do.
No,
one day I just want to sit there in comments, just fucking
chew through them,
just watching the whole time. That's all I want to do.
But that's the whole idea of Rick and Morty, is that there's infinite realities, alternative realities, infinite universes of where they each exist. And so there is a chance that the Rick that we know and love, the C-137 Rick, is not even the original Rick. He might not even be from that dimension. We don't know that much about him. And that's the beauty of the show, is like finding out, like, so what's going to happen next?
And they drop little clues everywhere. They have so many little Easter eggs. Like, it's crazy. I guess we'll find out over the next 70 episodes plus.
I'll watch it. I'll talk about it with you guys on the next episode.
Okay, Josh, did you ever watch that show, Gravity Falls, real quick before you drop out of this topic?
Yes, of course I did. That's a great show. I'm the one who told you motherfuckers about that show. No. You and George, the very first time you watched that episode, you and George were over at my house, and I showed you guys a Street Fighter episode. George, Street Fighter episode. There you go. All of a sudden. Yeah. Death, right. Both back.
Both back.
Anyway, Jessica says she keeps one eye open in the shower also, but it's for Davids, not for sharks, because she's always got to look out for those Davids. I'm just kidding. She didn't say the Davids part. I did.
I was going to say, why is your wife thinking about me in the shower?
I said Jessica.
Oh, why is my wife thinking about me in the shower?
What are you talking? That's my sister, man.
That's my wife, man.
Anyway, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Pierce actually sent me this. I just caught up. Pierce told me that Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled by Fox, and I was so fucking devastated because I love that show. Like, I just got into it, and that's what happens to me. Like, as soon as I get into a show, it gets fucking canceled. It happened with Breaking Bad. It happened with fucking.
Well, please don't watch Rick and Morty. Do not watch Rick and Morty.
Well, they already got signed on for 70, so it's all good. And by the way, Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled for fucking one day and got picked back up by NBC. So I don't know if Pierce, if you looked that far into it, see if it got picked up or not.
Yeah, they got picked up. I saw.
Yeah, they got picked up by NBC, which I believe, in my honest opinion, it belongs on NBC. They make shows like fucking Superstore, fucking.
It belongs in the museum.
Office, which is great. So they have the ability to make a fucking good show phenomenal. So
didn't NBC do Parks and Rec as well?
Yes, they're great, man.
A lot of other shows got canceled too, though.
They canceled the Mick,
Lucifer, the Exorcist.
Did they cancel Last Man on Earth too?
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up right now.
Fox. What is Fox bought out by? Who bought Fox?
Disney bought Fox.
Oh, no wonder.
What?
Yeah,
it explains a lot.
Pierce was thinking that they were moving to Hulu and they were just going to open it up for new primetime episodes and moving it to Hulu because since Disney acquired Fox, they also acquired the majority share of Hulu, so they actually own the majority of Hulu, which would make sense for them to move it from one platform to the other. But apparently they didn't. They moved it to NBC. So
well, have fun with Disney, everybody.
Dude, hey,
you better watch
Disney's fucking great, dude. The Avengers is because of Disney.
Brainwash people, yeah.
I'm just telling you. I'm from Anaheim. Hey, Sam. Hey. I'm representing Anaheim. You don't know what that's about, David.
Bitch, I was born in Anaheim. But I do not agree with what Disney is doing now. They're creating a monopoly. I think that Walt Disney, if he were alive today, he wouldn't do what Disney is doing today. Right now,
if he were alive today, he'd be old as shit.
And he'd be old as shit. Very anti-Semitic.
He would. I was going to say,
there'd definitely be no more Jews with all his money.
Yeah.
If he did back up Hitler in the Third Reich, believe it or not, but he'd be turning in his cryogenically frozen tube if he could.
Why would if he was alive, why would he be cryogenically frozen?
I was just saying.
Now your story's falling apart here, David.
That's all right, David. That's all right. We can get it later.
So from a cop show to a cop film, Bad Boys #3 is coming out.
No,
wait. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
And Martin Lawrence. They got signed on, so they actually have a release date of January 2020. Bad Boys
#3. Lawrence get released from the psychiatric ward, or
did he have some mental issues?
Oh, you got caught with like a gun in the street, something like that. He's naked. Martin Lawrence.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why
in
they're
real
bringing
life?
him back.
I swear, yeah, in real life, dude. The guy had like a mental breakdown.
Martin Lawrence.
I'm pretty sure that was him.
Mental breakdowns are part of my everyday life. I don't know.
But he got like arrested.
How is that headline making?
Yeah, how did we skip that headline?
I have no idea.
What the fuck are you doing?
He ran into the street. He was yelling at cars with a pistol in his pocket.
I have a pistol in my pocket and I yell at cars all the time.
That's like Coney 2012 all over again.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just getting into character. He's a process actor.
He's method actor.
Method actor. Process actor.
There's got to be such thing as process actor. It's there. I'm gonna look.
It's method actor.
I'm gonna coin the term
based off of Marlon Brando. I'll throw the book at you.
I'm coining the term.
Apparently, this happened in '96, by the way. So just to clear that up.
Wait, seriously?
Probably before Bad Boys 1 even.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Damn, Gina.
Bad Boys. Yeah.
Well, I guess I had some bad information.
Don't play that.
Did you just Google that?
I Googled it. Yeah,
holy shit, he's faster Googler than Pierce is.
Hey, Sam, you're hired.
Well, I mean, I didn't even try to Google it.
No, Pierce just isn't. He's just not paying attention to the show ever. That's the problem.
Your headphone broken?
So I got another sequel for you guys. There's going to be a sequel. What the fuck are you laughing at? What I missed?
Sam was asking if Pierce's headphone was broken.
It's been broken.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for bringing attention.
How many weeks has it been? Yeah, how many weeks has it been?
Do the podcast.
Pierce,
2 months.
You got to use some of that Speakeasy gentleman money to get you a new fucking set of headphones, man.
All $20?
At least glue it up or something, man. I don't know. You gotta do something.
So, please subscribe because I need a new headset, please.
we need to start a GoFundMe right now.
We need like
GoFund Pierce.
We need like 800 more subscribers to monetize.
Oh shit, we're almost there.
Yeah, right.
So I have another sequel for you guys. They are making a sequel to The Pick of Destiny, and Tenacious D is also releasing a new album.
Oh.
Yeah, they promised.
They're actually releasing a new album.
They're going to be releasing a new album. Just like the Pick of Destiny, right? They released the Pick of Destiny with the new album next to it, right? Like they released them
the album.
The last one was the. Go ahead.
Tenacious D had the album before the whole movie.
Gotcha. I thought they released it together, but I must be wrong.
I swear to you, I think it was. I believe in my heart it was.
In my heart of hearts.
Had an album, and then years after, that's when they made the movie, and they're like, "Oh, Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny." But I knew they were making the Tenacious D sequel. I didn't know they were actually going to do another album.
A new album. So
that's awesome.
They Kyle Glass, right? Jack Black's bandmate.
Yeah,
I believe it's Kyle Glass.
So here you go, Sam. GG.
So he actually said that they're working on an animated series. Tenacious D is, and with that animated series, they're going to be releasing the album. And it says it's going to change they promise to change the way you look at entertainment with that. So I hope
the way you look at entertainment.
Right?
That's a big claim.
Pierce, you know who Tenacious D is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember the first time that we've seen Tenacious D, you and I?
Live?
Because I'll tell you.
It was the music video.
The first time we discovered Tenacious D.
It was the music video, wasn't it?
Nope. It's when we were little kids. Biodome.
Really?
Yeah, they were in the yard singing, "Don't say we didn't save the freaking trees." Remember that?
Beyond Thunderdome?
Oh!
Do you remember that? That was Tenacious D.
I'm getting like little glimpses in my mind.
I believe they have Biodome on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken. They have it on one of the streaming services. Netflix,
I'm thinking of Tina Turner in Beyond Thunderdome.
What the fuck are you talking?
I'll have to go see it.
David, have you not seen Biodome?
Was it on cable?
I just remember.
It was on VHS.
Tastes like kibble.
It's got Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin.
Nope.
My sciatica. The
worst than the fucking Baldwin.
my sciatic.
Seriously. Out of all the Baldwin brothers, you pick Stephen. No.
You gotta watch it. I'm telling you, it's a great movie.
I avoid movies with Stephen.
I'll tell you what platform.
Either Alec or nothing.
It was a staple of us growing up.
Absolutely.
Like we've watched
In the Army Now.
In the Army Now, also Pauly Shore and Andy.
Pauly Shore.
And Andy Dick.
Pauly Shore.
You have to watch Biodome.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
Yeah. So if you walked into a house party and someone greeted you and say, "Hey, you look like Pauly Shore," would you take that as a compliment or an insult?
Insult. But he's a comedian.
Well, to me, I respected Pauly Shore, so I thought it was a compliment, but this guy took it as an insult. So we had,
You don't look like
it to somebody.
Yeah, I
told that to somebody.
He looked exactly like Pauly Shore, and I was like, "Hey, man, has anybody ever told you look like Pauly Shore?" And he
took it as an insult.
Just stone face, dude. Didn't even reply.
Wow.
That was,
did he know who Pauly Shore was? Maybe it was Pauly Shore.
Maybe he never saw in the Army Now. I don't know.
It was Pauly Shore, and he was just like, "This guy doesn't even know who I am."
Yeah, no, it didn't go.
Like, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I don't appreciate that.
So, Pauly Shore's mom actually died recently. Did you guys know that?
Mitzi Shore, man. Rest in peace.
She was the owner of a big comedy club in
Comedy Store.
Comedy Store, yeah.
She was the owner?
Yeah,
She
was the reason. She was the reason for so many comedy giants.
Yeah, I took David and George out there one night. We went out there for a show.
The week before my birthday last year.
Yeah. I heard she was in bad health. She had Parkinson's or something.
Here's the part of the show.
Oh yeah.
Hey, to Mitzi.
Sure.
My drink's gone, but I'll just pretend I'm drinking.
You better go get your fucking
I'll drink one for you too, Pierce.
Bad luck to drink out of empty glass. Go get another drink, Pierce. Hurry up.
I got a laptop here, but let's just pour a little bit out for it.
All right, I'll run and go get a drink while you guys are talking.
Okay. Hurry up.
Because I'll talk to you guys about what I ran into yesterday. Yesterday we were at the Lantern Fest, and people in line behind me were talking. Someone mentioned cotton candy, and somebody else. Oh, that lights somebody up my else life. In that family called it candy floss.
What?
They call cotton candy candy floss.
Where is this? In Washington.
From the Midwest?
Well, it's basically.
No, I'm not in the Midwest. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. Well,
I know you're not.
Not even Pacific Northwest. I'm just in the inland Northwest. But anyway, they fucking call it fucking. What the fuck did I just say? Candy floss.
Do they call it pop? Do they call soda pop up there?
They call soda pop. Yeah, they call soda pop here for sure. They say pop for sure for soda, but they call it cotton candy floss.
Well, that's interesting.
Who the fuck does that? Candy.
Who are we talking about again?
I was just talking about people I ran into yesterday at the land.
I know they say that in Europe. They do. They say candy floss.
They call it candy floss. Just weird. So anyway, now's our time to turn it to the audience. If you guys have any stories for us, I talked about this on our Facebook page. Let you guys know I was going to talk about it on the show. So, is there anything your parents made you believe that when you were a kid that was absolutely not true? And I gave an example of like eating a watermelon seed and a watermelon growing in your stomach or whatever. We had George. George told us that his dad made him believe that if he watched a dog pooping, he would go blind.
George said that?
Yeah. Ricky's parents also said that if you turn the light on in the car while you were driving, it was illegal.
Yeah, I thought that too.
You would go to jail. Well, apparently, Mom said that it is illegal. We're in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma, yeah.
She got pulled over for that and got a ticket for it. I guess that's what she said. But yeah, see, George does confirm. So Pierce, I did. By the way, everybody, I did not talk to Pierce about this. I did talk to Jessica because I knew she wasn't gonna be able to comment. Shout out to Jessica again. Thanks for watching. But Pierce, do you remember what Mom told us when we were kids?
That if you pull the emergency brake, it's gonna explode the car.
Oh my God! Did anybody talk to you?
No. I knew immediately because I was traumatized by it.
The very first thing that came out of Pierce's mouth. So Mom and Jessica were guessing over and over and over when I was talking to them earlier, and they did not once guess that. And Mom barely even remembers it. Jessica laughed when I brought it up. But anyway, if you guys didn't hear what Pierce said, our mom when we were being super loud and like sitting in the car and we wouldn't shut up, she would pull. She said like pulling the emergency brake was activating it, and all she had to do was push the button down, and it would blow the fucking car up. So we were kids, and we were scared that she was gonna blow the fucking car up if we didn't shut up. So we were like, no, we'll be quiet.
You guys are bad kids.
Oh, it's like mental abuse, dude.
No, so we used to do this thing.
I think we turned out fine.
We were just, the thing is, we were really fucking bad kids. That's what it was.
I was a great kid. I don't know about you.
not bad, like we used to, I don't know, we weren't, like, we didn't talk back to adults so much or anything. We just would always conflict with each other. We were just like, we would never shut up. We were always like, oh, he's touching me, like the stereotypical kids you see on movies and TV shows. That was us. And there's a time where the car gets so loud that my mom just can't fucking handle it, and then she'd say we're going to do something called the stress release. Is it stress release or stress relief?
Oh yeah, stress release. I remember that.
Is it release or relief?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But anyway, I remember that just now.
I used to always say stress release, but anyway, she would say 1, 2, 3 stress release, and we would all just scream as loud as we possibly can, and then we'd just be completely quiet.
I totally forgot about that.
For like an hour after that. It was a great tactic.
I know.
Those both sound like
my mama says Happy Mother's Day.
It sounds like great ideas.
This is my mama.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. I don't know
Hi, David's mom.
Hi, guys.
They said hi, David's mom.
David.
That's my mama.
So my name.
My real life mama. Maria.
Maria. I know it's Maria.
Maria de Jesus.
So anyway, yeah, those do sound like great tactics because they are. It totally fucking worked.
It scared me, yeah. I remember like a lot of those things. I was just like, oh god. The light on in the car, I really always thought that was a thing, and that's why
I did too.
Freaked out. Like, stop! Don't turn on the light in the car.
Did you ever have anything that your mom over there made you believe, David, that wasn't true? Or you, Sam? You got anything?
Or I can believe in myself.
Oh, so hold on. Let me real quick. I was Skyping with my mom earlier today. By the way, my mom says Happy Mother's Day to your mom. So I was Skyping with my mom and Jessica.
Mama!
And Meatloaf! We want it now! never know what she's doing back there. Anyway, I was Skyping with them earlier, and Mom says, I remember saying that if you hold your eyes like this for too long, they'll stay like that. She's like, it came true for Pierce.
What do you think about that?
Hey, that's why you guys look so different.
Yeah, he was doing it for too long.
Sam was asking, he's like, who's that Asian guy? I was like, you mean Pierce?
Pierce, that was, yeah.
It's weird because we always get like mixed reviews. Like some people say we look identical, and other people say we don't look alike at all.
Yeah. No, I had one.
Sam
my parents back in the day, right? So we weren't allowed to celebrate Halloween as kids because we were told it was the Satan's holiday.
Devil's Day, yeah.
The Devil's holiday, and so we'd turn off our porch light, and so you'd get all the neighborhood kids walking down all the neighborhood kids walking down the street, and they'd stop by the house and. You shut down the porch light. They were so sad because it's a big house, but there's no candy here.
That's a good way to save money. Shit. Did you guys have to hide? Did you have to like hide when there's like flashlights by the window and shit?
No, we just didn't answer. We just locked the door and left them out there.
Did you ever once get egged that entire time?
No.
I've always been afraid of that. Like that's one of my fears. As an adult, one of my fears is like if I'm home and I don't answer the door for Halloween, that I'm gonna get egged. And I guess, growing from your family, I guess
we got lucky. But I'm sure it would happen nowadays. Kids nowadays are ruthless as fuck.
Bunch of dicks.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, today's celebrity birthday. What's the date again? Is it the 13th? May 13th,
yes.
Right? Covered today's celebrity birthdays. Debbie Ryan from Jessie. You guys don't know. I know her from Jessie because I watch Disney Channel. Robert Pattinson.
Weird thing to say.
That's that guy from
Twilight.
That's an even weirder thing to say.
Okay, here's a good one. Harvey Keitel. He plays Satan on Little Nicky, but more importantly, he's on Reservoir Dogs.
Who does he play?
Mr. Pink.
Nope.
Orange.
Nope.
Green.
White.
Nope.
White.
There you go, Sam.
Yeah, I knew it.
One of the colors.
Try. Hey, first try. Harvey Keitel turned 79 today. Stevie Wonder turned 68 today. I didn't know he was that young. 68. That's not really that old.
He's getting there though. He's almost 70.
He is. So I have a question. Do you think that Stevie Wonder? Do you think they write on his cake and put like a 68 candle, like a candles that say 68? Do you think they
like
go
he
through
burns
that
his
trouble?
fingers in Braille?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Do you think they go through that trouble? Or
Could be. Or they just tell him, by the way, this is how old you are now. And so candles.
Stephen Colbert turns 54 today, and Dennis Rodman turns 57. Legendary Chicago Bull /
ambassador to North Korea.
Yeah, that's what
Thank you. Thank you.
To North Korea. But anyway, speaking of sports, Mr. Sam, let's talk about some fucking sports, bro.
What you got for us, Sam?
Oh, hey, cool, man. Baseball. Angels, dude. They got this Japanese guy.
The fucking pitcher, right? Is that who you're going to talk about? Well, yeah. I don't even know if you could qualify him as a pitcher because he's great at batting, too. He's
they call him the Japanese Babe Ruth, right? Because Babe Ruth used to pitch and bat.
How would you pronounce that if you had a Japanese accent?
Babe Ruth?
Oh,
I think they just do an
Ruth.
F. I think they just do an F at the end. Babe Ruth.
Right,
oh, shit. Yeah. I know some Asian people who might be watching this show.
Crossing the line,
Japanese,
dude.
so,
Line.
yeah.
There's an Asian person running it. I'm shutting it down.
Technical difficulties. Put it up.
So this guy's he's already pitched and won 3 games, right? He's hitting 100 over 100 miles an hour. He's hit 5 home runs, and he's like 40 games into the season, which is insane. Like a pitcher hits 3 home runs in a season, it's mind blowing. And this guy, it's 5 home runs in.
He's gonna send Mike Trout for his money, man.
Oh yeah, he's gonna give him a run, dude. So they're off to a good start. They're in first place in the AL West, man. Angels killing it. And I went to a game the other day. So many Japanese people in the stadium, you would not believe it.
So you fit right in because I can't see if your eyes are open or not.
Hey man, thanks.
Did you go up and be like, welcome to my country?
I give him a little bow,
So yeah, Ricky's a huge fan. She grew up in Nevada, but she's a huge fan of the Angels also. And she still has never been to a Major League Baseball game. So we're definitely, when we make our way down, I still have a week of vacation left. So we're definitely making our way back down there, and then we're definitely going to go to a game. Actually, I might wait because I can't. I have to choose between the Ducks and the Angels. I don't know which one I'm going to choose.
You got to figure out what time in the year coming down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might take her to a hockey game instead.
I'd pick hockey over it.
Hell yeah! So let's talk about hockey.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! So get this shit right. Vegas, they got this expansion team, right? So they get enough money together to get a bid to create a team, and the NHL team.
I put a bid in for season tickets because when they bring an expansion team to your city, you have to put in a bid to have season tickets, and they're also doing it out here in Seattle.
But I heard about that. That's a big cause. That's like $300 million or something they got to put up.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Vegas puts it up. They get enough financial backing. They bring a team over, and they get this expansion draft where they're allowed to pick. Like, it's unlike any expansion draft in the past. They're allowed to pick some crazy talent, right? So they stack up, and they find themselves with one of the best records in the Western Conference. They move into the playoffs, and they just annihilate the first two rounds, sweep the first two rounds. Now they're in the Western Conference Finals, playing
Winnipeg, and they lost to Winnipeg though.
Yeah, they did. They got beat up.
It's surprising because Canada normally doesn't make it this far. So
yeah, Winnipeg. Both of these teams have never been in a Western Conference Final game ever. Yeah. So
see, this is the thing. I know so many people in Vegas who I lived in Vegas before I came out here, and there were so many people in Vegas that I knew that I would try talking about hockey with. I'm like, hey, fucking hockey, like, let's watch some fucking games and shit. And they're like, oh no. And then they don't watch the entire season of the Golden Knights, but as soon as they get into the playoffs, they're sharing and bragging about these motherfuckers. And like, Vegas fans, you could ask universally, Vegas fans are the worst fucking fans there are.
Oh, I believe it.
They're just
wait till the Raiders
dicks,
get out
dude.
there, man. The Raiders
I know it's going to be so much worse. But see, it honestly doesn't look good for Seattle because of how far Vegas already got, but if they go to the Cup, they're going to put so many restrictions on the expansion draft when Seattle gets it that Seattle's going to be compared to Vegas, and they're not going to make it because Vegas basically got a second string fucking pro team, or not pro team, but
it's an all-star team.
All-star team, second string all-star team. That's basically what they got.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And they got, best goalie. All their players are just hitting on all cylinders, and they're killing it. So hopefully they win it, man. And if not, then Ovechkin in the East. I'd like Ovechkin to get one.
Let Ovi take it. They're ready. The Caps are up 2-0 right now.
Yep.
I think the Caps are up 2-0. So let Ovechkin take it. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I know you two down there don't really like hockey or sports in general. But hey, I'm 2 for 2 with this topic, so let's talk about football. I know they just had a draft with that.
Oh, okay. So football, number 1 overall guy goes to Cleveland Browns, right? They draft another quarterback.
So tell me that's not like what's his fuck? The guy who got in a bunch of trouble.
Johnny Manziel.
Manziel. Tell me that they're not repeating their Manziel situation.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the exact same situation because the guy's he's highly touted out of college. Short dude, he's undersized, too much hype, and to see him come out of there, I don't know. Manziel, that guy got into too much partying. He was like, in his off days, he was flying to Vegas and partying out there, flying back home to play his games.
Yep.
There's not shit going on in Cleveland, so anybody who gets drafted to Cleveland, they're pretty much fucked from the get-go.
The only time people take the Browns to the Super Bowl is when they're going to take a shit.
Yeah, right.
So God bless him, man. I wish him the best, but I don't think that's going to work out. My favorite team, the 49ers, dude, we picked up...
Demo, you and me.
We picked up a lineman.
High five. I want a high five.
Lineman. Oh, this guy's up in... This guy's up in Washington. He's probably a Seahawks fan up there, huh?
Me? No. So...
He's a Packers fan, believe it or not.
So, get this. I would be an Anaheim fan, true and true. So, if Anaheim had a football team, I would drop everything and be a fan of them. Right. But we never had a football team. My dad, when I was younger, was a Packer fan, so through my dad, I became a Packer fan.
You want to get
and I've stuck with the Packers. My dad actually hopped over to Steelers. My dad's a Steeler.
Who was Raiders? Who was a Raiders fan? Because we had a jacket for some reason.
Jason.
Oh,
yeah,
that
Jason,
guy.
My older brother Jason was a Raiders fan.
That guy's a douche. I've never met him
jacket.
before, but he's a douche.
Everyone makes mistakes, David. Come on.
No, the oldest brother makes mistakes.
It was a warm jacket.
I can tell you with absolute certainty that we have several Raiders fans watching our stream.
But that.
And I just noticed our viewer count dropped. Just kidding.
No. Fuck. Thanks a lot, David. So, real quick, Sam, I'm not trying to rush you at all. We'll definitely have you back talking about sports, but give me your top picks. So, who do you take? Oh, hey, Jackie. Who are you saying Happy Mother's Day to, by the way? I don't know who you're looking at. You looking at me?
To all your mamas.
All the babies' mamas?
All your mamas out there.
So, Sam, tell me who you pick right now
right.
going into the Cup final.
Super Bowl.
No, not even Cup finals, but who's winning the Cup, who's winning Super Bowl, and then, of course, the Angels. The Angels are going all the way for the World Series.
Right. So Cup, I got Winnipeg, Vegas going. I think. No, not Winnipeg, Vegas. Sorry.
You take
DC,
Winnipeg.
Vegas. DC Vegas.
But you take Vegas taking it all?
No. I think DC wins it. I think OV wins one because he's killing it and he's lighting it up. So I think he finally gets his one. Football, man. I'm hoping the Niners go, but the Eagles probably repeat. I think the Eagles. So? Yeah, I think the Eagles repeat. They drafted strong.
That was the first time they've ever won a Super Bowl, by the way.
But they drafted real strong and they kept a lot of players, and they're under the salary cap. So I think, or not, I don't know if they're under, but I think they'll keep it around. I agree with Patriots. Patriots are falling apart. They're getting real old.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know how long they'll be able to hold that together.
That dynasty's done. Forget about it.
Yeah, and I mean in baseball, dude, Yankees are fucking on fire.
On fire, yep.
Yeah, I really hope the Angels can pull it out, but it's gonna be between the Angels and the Yankees for sure.
Angels and the Yankees, all right.
I completely forgot, and thanks, Mom, for reminding me. Basketball. I don't watch basketball at all. I used to when I was a kid. We were hardcore, fucking dressed in Bulls all the time, right, Pierce? It was fucking Chicago Bulls, everything. My mom actually. Here's another thing that I was convinced of when I was a kid. My mom has a picture of me with a Michael Jordan cardboard cutout that forever told me that I met.
You thought that was a real Michael Jordan?
She told me I met Michael Jordan. I only know based off of photos.
That's a good one, though, man. Dude. You probably told all your friends.
She could probably tell me in comments that it was really Michael Jordan. I'd probably still believe her because I don't know for sure it was a cardboard cutout.
You went and told all your friends, "Hey guys, I met Michael Jordan, dude."
I was basically in Space Jam.
That's sick.
All right, so you watch basketball?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a Lakers fan, so now right about now this time of year we go to sleep, because Lakers haven't been in playoffs in a long time. But dude, I think LeBron's got it. I mean, that guy he's got some determination. Everyone's talking shit on this guy, comparing him, to Magic or, Jordan, Kobe. Everyone's saying that he's not the best. I think he's gonna go out there and prove everybody wrong, dude. Yeah. That guy's got a chip on his shoulder for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
I did not ask
Marcus words.
You. So we know you're a Niners fan. We know you're a Niners fan. We know you're Angels fan. We know that you are a Lakers fan, but who is your hockey team?
Oh, dude, I'm a Ducks fan, diehard.
Fuck yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking to get season tickets, by the way. So if you're in town, you're gonna
going. We're going.
You gotta go with Sam. Yeah.
Good taste. This guy's got good taste. We got to keep this guy on. All right, so let's talk about what's new on Netflix and Hulu. So some things that they're adding onto Netflix. 40-Year-Old Virgin.
That's a good one.
That's a great fucking movie. I'm gonna watch that at least 4 or 5 times.
At least 40 times?
4 or 5. But yeah. Oh, I get it. Anyway, hey David, you'll relate, right? 40-Year-Old Virgin. You're almost there.
I'm almost there.
They're making season 2 of 13 Reasons Why is coming out. I know a lot of people are crazy about that. Ricky watched it, but
wasn't that Netflix?
Are you that close to the border that you're now saying a boot?
A boot, yeah. A boot? What'd you say, Pierce?
Wasn't that Netflix? 13 Reasons Why?
I just said Netflix.
He just said Netflix.
Oh, for some reason I thought we were talking about Hulu. My bad.
No, Netflix. So Netflix is bringing back 13 Reasons Why for season 2. I didn't watch it. Ricky was watching it. It's about this girl who like died, and they're like listening to her cassettes to try to.
I thought she committed suicide.
I don't know what the fuck thing. And then like,
did you hear how many like teen suicides that led to?
Yeah, no way.
Copycats. Really? A bunch of copycats, dude.
It inspired people to die.
Copycats.
Same way that Juno caused pregnancies.
It what?
Juno caused pregnancies?
Yeah, Juno caused pregnancies.
Really?
It's called the Juno effect. It's called the Juno effect.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
So what do you call the Mandela effect?
Sorry, I didn't mean
Evil Rich Person Trope said that they binged it in 2 days. I guess it's a good show. I couldn't get to it. Like,
Pierce,
Ricky watched like 7 episodes, and I was just like, hey, Ricky, you know, what's happened so far? And she was like, nothing. We're still listening to this person's fucking tape. And I'm like, and then we already knew there was going to be a season 2, so you know that there's no conclusion. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go on a 2 seasons without a fucking conclusion. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be fucking waiting for something to happen. No.
You want the full story, first season.
Can't do it. They're also putting Coco onto Netflix. Coco is a Pixar film. We watch it. Coralie actually accidentally bought that when we were signed up for Amazon. She bought Coco.
What do you mean accidentally?
She had my remote and found it and then purchased it. That's
she knew what
about
she
was doing. She knew. Yeah. No, but she fell asleep halfway through the motherfucking movie.
Well, now you got a good movie.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
We got it. Ricky says 13 Reasons Why was great. I don't know. She loves it. She's going to watch number 2. I'm not. Maybe we'll have her on.
don't know anything.
Maybe we'll have her on. We'll have her talk about it.
Hey, Josh, did you tell her I said what I told you earlier about
She could hear you. Wait, what?
Ricardo?
Oh, yeah, I did. She was.
How'd you do the thing? How'd you do it?
I didn't do it. I just read it.
You idiot. I specifically told you to do the thing.
Are you going to... So for the people watching, are you going to tell us what you were talking about? Nobody else knows aside from me and you what's going on right now.
If you did it, you can explain to people what I asked you to do.
But I did not, so go ahead.
Did
you forget?
No, I didn't forget.
Go ahead.
I want you to say it. Because I want you to do the thing. Did you really?
Yeah.
So
you said to tell mom. You said mom, not my mom, but you said to tell mom Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. But I told him,
Richard.
I said, actually, just walk up to her and give like those awkward pats on the back, like, and then walk away and don't say anything.
I didn't do that. I just read it. It was funnier when I read it. Because you're like, tell mom Happy
I still don't know what's going on.
And tell Richard too, but you know what? Never mind. Just go up to her and give her an awkward pat in the back and walk away. So it's funnier when I read it instead of doing it. Right?
You didn't do the actual thing.
Okay. Anyways,
Ricardo, that's what I asked for Josh. Anyways, Happy Mother's Day, Ricardo.
He says, shut up, David.
Tell that
Shut up, David.
Shut up.
So let's talk about Hulu. Hulu added a shit ton of stuff. I'm gonna space this out between episodes because they added so much. Well, they added the Rockies 1 through 5.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Which has the Guinness Book of World Records record, I guess, for the biggest sports movie franchise, the most money anyway, with $1.2 billion of income.
Ooh.
So they made the most for
$1.2 billion.
$1.2 billion from a sports movie franchise. So they hold the record for that. They also added Nightmare Before Christmas 1 through 5. I mean, shit.
Say that again, but slowly.
Okay, let's rewind. Let's cut. Let's start
to
over.
Yourself.
They also added Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 5.
Wow.
Ah, man. It's getting hot.
In case you were wondering if Josh was a fucking idiot.
So, Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 5. We actually watched number 1. And let me tell you, I know that they're remaking it, and I really hope that they remake number 1 shot for shot, but just make it like today's style. Yeah. Because there's so many parts that could be scary, but they're not.
Are you saying
so many fucking parts? I'm telling you, rewatch
number
it.
1.
I know Johnny Depp's in it. I know you fucking love him, whatever. But let me tell you, it's fucking it's so well like written and envisioned, but they just couldn't put it to like today's standards anyway. Ricky was like petrified before we watched it, and then we watched it, and she was like, "It's not as scary as I thought." But it's the idea of Freddy Krueger that still scares you.
Of course.
So even if you're not really scared during the movie, like you're still gonna be creeped out like going to the bathroom or whatever because it's just fucking like the idea of Freddy creeps you out. You know? But anyway, I also looked at the Guinness Book of World Record for scary movie franchises, and Saw holds that with $733 million income.
Would you say Saw?
Saw holds the record for the most income with scary movie franchises. So, one more thing on the note. I know this is not its own segment. One more thing on the note of Guinness Book of World Records and on the note of movies. So, how many movies do you think you have to watch in a year to hold the Guinness Book of World Record?
Wow.
At least 3 a day. So 3 times 365. Pierce, how much is that?
What did you say? I wasn't paying attention. What was it?
How many toothpicks did I drop?
What did you say?
I said at least 3 movies.
3 times 365. You say 1095? Is that what you said?
1095.
1095. So
Pierce,
no,
Asian,
wrong.
Real quick.
He's
wrong.
Oh, is he wrong?
So,
How much is that?
Hold on.
Come on. Do math. 1085. We already
1,000. Oh, never mind.
1,095,
so,
yeah.
anyway.
Being a nerd.
The Guinness Book of World Records is held by a Puerto Rican woman. I couldn't pronounce her last name, so I'm not even going to try.
Puerto Rican.
But she watched 1,132 films in a year. And,
how much is that a day?
And she, I don't know, what's 1132 divided by 365?
That's what it just has Pierce. That's what I said. Like 3 films at least. 3 films times 365. How much is that, Pierce?
We already. It's 1084. Sam already.
Yeah,
Sam
3.1 movies
Sam,
a day.
3.1. So David, you were fucking close. 3.1 movies a day. So you have to watch 0.1 movies.
Guess who's that Asian? Oh yeah. Here we go.
So she ended her streak, and she ended her streak with a movie that means absolutely nothing to anybody. Little Fockers. That's the movie she ended her Guinness Book of World Records.
How do they verify this is what I want to know.
It could have been anything. I honestly don't know.
Someone had to watch her.
They called Netflix.
So somebody watched her watch these movies. That has to be a world record too.
They called
There's
Netflix.
got to be
a record for watching somebody
she
watching.
She would have had to be like a Guinness official, right? Because if she wasn't a Guinness official, the Guinness official would have to watch her watch the movies, which means they also watch the
You
movies.
can't just officiate your own record.
Yeah, is there an official?
I don't know.
Guinness
I don't know.
Book
I don't know
record
how she
for
did it.
officials of
But
Guinness
I'll
Book
do it. I mean, I'll just send them a thing saying I watched 1,134 and just
Nope,
be like,
they
hey,
have to have a fictionary.
new record holder, living the dream, right?
They have to have.
Maybe she time lapsed it.
That would be sick.
She got.
That would be awesome to watch all those movies in fast forward motion.
Let's watch all of those movies. Let's watch her time lapse all of those movies.
And then watch one more movie,
from
and then
movies.
technically we would beat her, right?
Yeah. So speaking of horror movies, I had Jessica sign on for Amazon, by the way, because I'm not a patron of Amazon. You guys know that. I have Jessica sign on for Amazon, and we bought a movie because I forgot that it was on hers because I used to have an Amazon account, and I was telling Ricky about the scariest movie that haunted my fucking dreams forever. By the way, let's just ask you guys, what Sam, what's the scariest scary movie?
Oh Jesus Christ! Event Horizon, dude.
Exorcist.
Event Horizon. Exorcist over there.
Event Horizon, like I saw that shit like back in the movie theaters, man, and my sister covered my eyes. And there's a scene where this chick like turns to the guy and goes, "You don't need eyes where you're going," and oh my god, I'll never be able to sleep after watching that movie again in my life.
Damn, I'm sorry for bringing back that trauma.
No, it's okay.
Pierce, what about you?
Okay, so two things for two different reasons.
I'm sorry.
So the Exorcist didn't scare me, but
let us know in comments. By the way, before Pierce.
What scared me was the original It, but the scariest scene ever was from this movie that wasn't even that scary, but there was a scary scene in it. It's called like The Forgotten or something. And there's just like this scene where this guy like he's like looking at you.
Could you shut that baby up?
And then he just starts.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And then he just starts opening his like mouth, and it just keeps going, and it's like I don't know what's so scary about it, but like it just freaked me out.
Wait, what part of the original It scared you the most? Was it that part when he's in the library? He's like, "Hey, do you have Prince Albert in a can?"
I think it was the bloody sink scene.
Oh man!
You better let the poor guy out.
So Jacob guessed mine. Jacob, did you watch that movie? Because it's The Leprechaun. The movie The Leprechaun, I used to watch all the time as a kid. Like like us, like me and my cousins and stuff, we used to watch all these movies all the time. Me, Kenny, Nick, everybody, we used to watch these movies all the time. But the Leprechaun fucking petrified me as a kid. Pierce, do you remember that house where the fucking murderer who escaped from prison who was in our house?
Oh yeah,
Leprechaun lived.
Wait, so. Oh, that's a story. That's a story for next episode. We'll tell you about that. I'll make sure I put that into our to the next episode. But anyway, I had dreams about that house all the time. You remember we had that ledge in the living room, so it was like the wall that went up, but there was always a ledge on.
So Sam, how's your day going?
And I always had
to talking
Shut
to
up.
each other.
Shut up, David. I always had a dream that the leprechaun was walking throughout that ledge and looking down at me. So anyway,
but he's a midget.
We watched the Leprechaun, and let me tell you, that movie's fucking still scary. Watch that movie. It's funny. There's a lot of parts where like it was scary. It was scary to me as a kid, but I rewatched it.
I didn't think it was scary. I used to watch it.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't scary.
I'm talking about the original. I'm talking about before he did like the In the Hood in space shit. I'm talking about the Leprechaun original with Jennifer Aniston in it.
Well, whenever I went to my dad's, we used to always rent it. So I used to like watch. I watched like all of them, and I didn't think they were that scary.
Yeah, I thought it was a comedy.
Yeah, it was
scary. Okay, maybe it's just me. Then. I don't know. Like, I wasn't.
He looked creepy.
Short people.
I'm not afraid of a lot of movies, man. But the Leprechaun just fucking.
Yeah. Well, no, he is kind of creepy.
Every time.
I'll give you that.
He was not creepy at all.
I don't know.
He was creepy. But his antics were funny.
Yeah.
So we have a couple revisits here. David, I know that you and George spent some time watching Cobra Kai.
Spent some time? I spent all day yesterday drinking with him and watching Cobra Kai. So, quiet!
I don't get the reference. You've been saying quiet the whole time. Like, we've been texting and shit, and you've been saying quiet, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so I don't watch the show.
I thought you just, like, didn't want spoilers or something.
I don't know what it is.
Anyways, it's a really good show. I mean, it's on YouTube Red, I believe, strictly. So
but there's two. You guys said there was 2 free episodes, right?
2 free episodes, which is the first 2 episodes, which obviously entices you to buy the package of YouTube Red.
How much is? Do you know how much that is? YouTube Red?
$9.99 a month.
You can get a free trial. Though,
I have too many. I have too
Listen
many.
To Sam.
Streams.
Listen to
I'm
Sam.
not doing it.
Sam,
yeah, you can get a free trial to watch all the episodes if you wanted to just like binge watch them.
Oh.
Sorry, hit the light switch.
Then you turned it back on because you thought the leprechaun was in the room because he's scared.
Yeah, the midget can actually reach the light switch over here behind my shoulder.
He could disappear and reappear where. Well, fuck you. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about my fears earlier. I'm talking about your fears. Oh, watch out for the little guy. Oh no.
All right, continue.
Anywho, it's actually a really good show. I only saw Karate Kid when I was younger, as a kid, watching the original movie. But there's a lot of references to, obviously, the entire series, the 3-part, the trilogy, the original trilogy. But it's really good. It makes the original Karate Kid. It flips the script. In other words, I'm not going to give it away. You just got to watch it for yourself. Get YouTube Red. It's only $9.99 a month.
YouTube Red?
Red. It's YouTube Red. Get YouTube Red.
So instead of waxing on, waxing off, now they wax on, whack off, right? Because they're adults. No.
I got it. Yes, but it definitely changes things. It really, what you know about the original Karate Kid trilogy, it flips it all up, and you're like, wait, what's going on? And
it's from the perspective of that the dude who's sweeping the leg,
the
right?
bully, right?
Yeah. Johnny.
Yeah.
William Zabka.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. He still sweeps the leg, man. Cobra Kai. So good.
Fucking cutthroat.
It's definitely worth it, dude. Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's so worth it.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. We'll talk more about it. I'll watch
it.
I'll watch the first 2 for sure. Maybe I could steal somebody else's login because I'm not 100% committed to it. But maybe after the first 2.
Ask George for it. I'm pretty sure he's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
We'll see. So,
but it's definitely worth it. And me and him were binge watching it, binge drinking, binge watching, binge drinking. That's what we do.
So we'll talk about the serial killer
but whatever.
In our house on Remind Me That or Remember That One Time, next episode. But for this episode, Remember That One Time, David, do you remember when we used to make prank calls all the time?
Yes.
I don't really remember what we used to do though. Like we used to do. I mean, we were Jarrell and Damien in a few of them. Remember that? There were some people we used to call, and we used to say that we found their names on a bathroom wall.
Some people were just women.
It said like for a good time, give me a girl's name. What's a girl's name?
Monique.
For a good time, call Monique. And then we'd call Monique, right? And then she'd be like, no, I don't know how you got this. And I'm like, it said for a good time, call Monique. So are we going to have a good time or are we going to have a problem? And we were like yelling at this person over the phone. Anyway,
yelling at them over the phone.
Me and David used to do all these fucking prank calls all the time. And and I found out recently that prank calling is an actual misdemeanor offense in California.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
So it is a fucking misdemeanor offense, $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail.
What?
Yeah.
6 months in jail all the time as a kid. I used to call people and be like, how many weapons do you have in your house?
Is your refrigerator running? Right?
No, it was messed up. I'd be like, hey, how many weapons do you have in your house?
It's all a joke.
Okay. You know, like, it was weird. I don't know. Stupid.
Yeah.
But this is all a joke. Dude, we never
fucking
called
misdemeanor.
Anybody. None of us.
We used to do it all the time, but it's a misdemeanor offense. So watch out in California. Dude. That's not everywhere, but yeah, statute, dude. It's gone. It's
how many years? How many years though?
That's at least 3.
It's been
perfect. Yes.
Forever.
Yes, we did.
It's been forever.
Yeah, we did. Lots of.
All right. So before we say goodnight, we're gonna wrap up with some Facebook memories.
Good night, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I leave.
So this is Thanos.
And
this is Thanos dressed up as Debo. Put that axe down, Thor, and get knocked out like your daddy used to. I thought that was fucking perfect.
Thank you. It was a good meme, right?
Is that you didn't make the meme though? You shared it. You shared
obviously.
it for me to see.
I didn't share it.
David, you should really head up this whole meme thing because you post so many memes a day. It's fucking retarded.
David's a meme lord, dude.
You're a memer.
He's ridiculous. Like, he has no life but posting memes.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a slight spoiler for Infinity War, but it's not going to be anything that's going to...
Yeah, it's not really that much of a spoiler.
You know Thanos is in it.
Yeah,
that's as much as you know.
Well, and you know that Thor has an axe.
Sick-ass flannel, by the way.
Why did you...
Right? If the Titanic really hit an iceberg, then how come no pieces of the iceberg were ever found in the wreckage? Fucking woke.
Dun,
woke.
Dun, dun.
Hey, jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
It does not.
It does not at all. Why is it
that
why is it that 2 of the terrorist passports are still in pristine condition?
It does not, Mark. It does not.
This is not an episode of. This is not loose change. Let's continue.
Sorry, Sam said I want to bring it up.
Evil rich person trope said their ice was used on Walt Disney. That's how. Way to fucking call it back, by the way. Holy shit.
Good job,
need that
Dylan.
person on the show.
Right? Get Dylan on here. What does it say? I can't read that.
Yeah, you're going to have to zoom
Waiter
in on
says, enjoy your meal, and you say, you too. Am I disabled?
That's me, man.
I say it all the time. I hate it when I go to buy a movie ticket, and they're like, enjoy the movie. I'm like, thanks, you too. Fuck.
Do you really?
I swear to God, it happens all the time.
Man, I'm going to buy you this book, Am I Disabled?
You should.
Find out if you're disabled.
I really am.
Yeah, I don't need to waste some money on that book.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, everybody. So, next week, we have my good buddy Hambone on the show, which is fucking great. He's a great artist, musician.
Great musician.
Maybe I don't really know if he's
phenomenal
do,
vocalist.
He might do like a live fucking.
Don't say might. Hambone, if you're listening, you are going to perform.
Hey, David, there you go. Ballad of the what?
Ballad of a Sleepy Bear. That's what Hambone is going to perform.
Is that the one where he's talking about like running away from Tanner and his gang?
Yep.
Oh shit! I fucking love that song.
That's the song. Hambone,
let's see if we can get him.
Listen to me very carefully. You got to play that song that you played for us back out in Vegas. Ballad of a Sleepy Bear or Sleepy Bear, either one. That's the song.
Dude, I'm stoked, man. I can't wait
to get him on.
All
right, so Hambone already picked the beer, and this is fucking weird because we never ever do this, but we're actually announcing the person who's being on next week and the beer of the week. So we're finally putting shit together.
We're starting to plan ahead.
It's
What?
Sierra Nevada Summerfest. That's the name of the beer. Sierra Nevada Summerfest. So he already got it outlined. Sierra Nevada's fucking everywhere, so I'm sure we could all get it. So it's going to be a great episode. Super fucking excited to have Hambone on. If you guys don't know Hambone, we'll
you are missing out.
Yeah, we'll put a link up on Facebook or something. This guy's been on like TV in Vegas a few times, but I met him way back in the day before
he's really been in our hearts.
Really got
years.
Big. And
Hambone has been in our hearts.
The coolest thing, I'm gonna see if he still has it actually, but I gave him.
He does have our hearts.
I gave him my $2 bill, my lucky $2 bill, because I always have a $2 bill on me. And I haven't had one since because I gave him my lucky $2 bill.
I have three $2 bills.
Last time I ran into Hambone, he still had it. And he was like, hey, dude, I fucking keep it everywhere I go. So we'll see if he still has it. But cool, anyway, we'll have Hambone next week. Hopefully he plays something for us. That'd be great. We're going to test the audio, see if it's possible. But I think it'd be fucking awesome to have him on. Anyway, special thanks to our producer, George. Thanks for fucking joining the team, man. Amazing to have you.
Can't wait.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, George.
Anyway, David, you go ahead and close this out, buddy boy.
With what?
Here, what did I do? Sam, go ahead and close this out.
All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Thanks for like and subscribe, everybody. Fucking Speakeasy gentlemen, dude. Let's do this shit.
100 years. 100 years.
100 years.
100 years.
See you later, boys.
See you later, Morty.
Pinche cupcake.
All right, we're out.